Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Wargame. Someone suggested to go for a US motor deck with a focus on Humvees. Now they said something about exclusively using Humvees, but you can only use Humvee variants, quote unquote. But that's a bit too meme. US motor is already somewhat of a meme deck. Not maybe it's maybe not the perfect way to describe it, but I would say a gimmick deck, right? You generally, if you're facing a somewhat competent opponent, your win a way to win is longbow, nighthawk, plane, abusing. That's basically the only thing you can really do that your deck is really strong at. So I don't really want to go for that. For one, because I don't like the playstyle, but two, I'm also not particularly great at that. But still, let's see if we can maybe at least showcase certain Humvee variants that you don't see that often. Or alternatively, showcase why they're not seen that often. All right, let's still try to somewhat stick to the theme without going full on, haha, funny all Humvees, but I'm gonna get wrecked kind of deal, right? So infantry already, it's not the greatest. Don't get me wrong, right? Light Riflemen, they're great, both of them honestly. Stinger, obviously perfectly fine. Delta Force, they're not great, but a card of them in the deck with a lot of infantry slots can perform nicely. Riflemen, when you don't have them, with good transports, 90s are honestly okay for some anti-tank duties, right? Or anti-AFV spam, they're cheap, lots of 84 ammo, well, not lots of ammo, but 20 RPM, 19 AP. They're good in forests to deal with, like, again, AFV spam and the like. But no shock infantry whatsoever in the infantry tab. That's why you usually go for NORAD. So you at least can make some use of most of the motor stuff you get, which is infantry and recon. And in the infantry tab, Canadian Airborne Highlanders. They're great. You get them with decent transports too. But yeah. Alright, let's do get a card of Delta Force though. Yeah, let's get him with the Chinook. And get one of them in the Humvee. Again, card of Rifleman 90 are okay. One card of Base Rifleman might not be too bad either. Do I want the base ones? I think I want the base light rifleman, honestly. Um, wait, you can't get Humvee? I I gotta tell you, I never knew that. You don't get assault engineers in Humvees. I was like, yeah, let's give them a shot. They're not amazing, but they can be fine, But then you don't even get them in Humvees. What the heck? How many years now? 9 years? Almost 10 years now, and I never realized that. Ugh. Well, in that case, I can easily fit both of them in. Maybe this one down with it. You only get 13. Oh, it's just spam the basic ones. Screw that. Then again, the 1925 meter can be nice at times. Let's split them up like this so I can. Yeah. And then a card of stingers. We want 7. Let's stick with 7 down with that stinger C instead of 7 up with that stinger A, shall we? Support tab, Patriots. Oh, let's up with it. Hmm. Pivots, I think, is kind of mandatory. Let's go for the Avenger because it's basically a Humvee, right? We might put in the Chaparral Hawk as well. We'll see. AGS, I think down with it even. Super M60 is honestly a pretty decent tank. I don't think we need a Sheridan because we get the Recon Sheridan. Longbow Cobra. Get some. We already out of Humvees. Get some Navy SEALs. Get some Rangers. Get an expensive Recon Bradley. Get the ACAF. And we might as well get Cavalry Scots. No. We're gonna get the Grenade Launcher Humvee because the Minigun Humvee would probably be kind of okay. Maybe even good. I don't know, honestly. If the minigun was more like the Yak B, the problem is it doesn't have the AoE tag. What does the AoE tag mean? The AoE tag means that it's gonna be able to shoot at any kind of vehicle, no matter the armor, right? Which is why you see all the Hinds with the Yak B, which is a 50 cal minigun or whatever, shoot at even super heavies up front, right? Against super heavies again, not that big of a deal, but against 2, 3, 4 armor, still pretty nice. And it also or they generally have bigger splash damage, meaning that even if you miss slightly, you're gonna deal some damage or suppression. Not the case with these miniguns. These miniguns will not be able to shoot at anything above 1 armor. And even against infantry, or 1 armor, not particularly great range. The rate of fire, it looks great, but it really isn't, so yeah. Grenade launchers, on the other hand, do have the AoE attack, so this might be a kind of okay vehicle. Let's order this a bit. This looks okay. Humvee 2 is honestly pretty decent Humvee. These aren't Humvees. CS is always nice to have. Aviator, I don't think we need. Combat is nice to have. And people are gonna scream for it, so I'm gonna put in the ONTOS as well. I think we can downweight this. Upweight this. We have plenty of other fire support as well, like these Humvees and the ACAV. Helicopters, no Humvees here, but we want the DAB. Air. Let's put in the A10 because we're gonna need the anti-tank prowler. I do like me the F-16C a lot. And do we put in the Hornet? Do we put in something like a Napalm Phantom? Maybe let's try this. We're a motor deck, but this would allow us to like delay our opponent's opener if we start with it. So give this a shot. Order this a bit around. The correct play probably would be to put in something like a Hornet maybe, or something else. Maybe even like a cluster artwork. But let's spice it up a bit. Just a tiny bit, not too much. Let's stick with the meta units and then just put in like 1 or 2 different units to call it spicy. So we have these slots. What do we want? Let's put in the Hawk. You can never go wrong with the Hawk, honestly. Don't really get any proper artillery. I would never go for the LAV because you get so little ammo. I don't think it's worth it. It's not that bad on the LAVM, but it's worse, I believe, on the Canadian Bison. We still have 4 points to go. There's nothing interesting in the tank tab. Again, there's no need for this Sheridan. Recon tab is full. Vehicle tab. Logistics tab. Wait, does the US not have a logistics? Sorry, a CV helicopter? Do they not get a CV Huey? Anything in here we want? Well, we got the Recon Cobra that does our. Maybe like a cheap tow Cobra, but I don't think that's needed. I get this could be decent. Then I guess let's just get just more of them because why not? There's nothing really in the tank tab we want. All right, this is gonna be our deck. Before we search for a ranked game. Yeah, no, they do. It's not available in Memorialize for some godforsaken reason. Not that I'd use it, but at least you can't tell me, whoa, why did you put that in your deck? In any case, as ever, I shall see you in a second once we find a ranked game. Alright, we got Soup our captain. Well, fortunate to an extent, but you never know. We're playing a rather gimmicky deck. Not the best map to do like motor rush with the help of a phantom. Not like a lot of forward positions we can go for. I think if we were playing from the other side, we definitely could rush like up here. From this side, nothing really similar comes to mind. Although I would like, okay, here's what I want to do. I want to hold this. Right, I want to get full control over Golf and Bravo. How do we do this? We fill this with Light Rifleman to protect from Foxtrot. When we rush down here and then pincer Golf and from like this angle and that angle, like this force we pincer. So we'll see if we can do that. We're gonna open with a Cobra. Some reconnaissance. Maybe we will do a Phantom like down here so we can drive in there. Or do a... No, we do... Okay, here's the thing. We're gonna phantom this so we can just straight up get down this road. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make this phantom work if you want it or not. Let's get, sure, let's start off with an Avenger as well. Get a pivots. Like 3 riflemen for this town here. We shouldn't need the long range ones here because especially when they're coming from there, that range isn't that big of a deal. Let's get this Humvee and like rifleman squad, light rifleman squad. Hope that's enough. For the forest there, we're gonna get some riflemen 90, 40, 84. We're gonna get, sure, let's get a Navy SEALs for some anti-infantry as well. Get some of these Humvees. The AGSs are essentially 4 up there. Squad in there just so we have something. Also get a Humvee tow too. And just more light riflemen. Try to get a light rifleman in here, get more in there. And let's see how this goes. Granted, it's probably gonna just based on stats, I suppose, if you want to. Huh? I don't know what he means with that. Oh. Oh my. We're playing against a captain, so it's presumably gonna be easier. If it's a short game, I'll definitely try to get another game in. But you never know with Wargame. Like more experienced players obviously gonna be able to deal with the situations that might be unexpected a lot more easily. But you know, sometimes you play, or you do plays, at least I do, based on how I would my opponent to react, right? So if my opponent, for example, just straight up ignores me just pushing in here or something and continue to fast move down there, which presumably an experienced opponent wouldn't do, who knows, maybe it would actually work out because Humvees and light riflemen are pretty bad in these situations, in all honesty. So that could also just backfire. Sometimes that just happens. When you're used to playing against competent opponents, or that's just unnecessarily rude, more experienced opponents, you just forget that, you know, if your opponent just looks at it from a completely different angle, from a quote-unquote noob angle, if you will, you just might get your, you know, shit pushed in. Anyway, let's see how this goes. But at the same time, doing wacky stuff like this teaches me some stuff too, every now and then. No. Okay, and the 3 stack. Amazing move there. I want to have like some sort of angle so it's not completely straight, but still like that. Honestly, I don't know if this is like the center point of the bombs or the end or the start. I use this plane too rarely, even though it's actually a pretty decent plane. It's more or less the center. More at the top end. More or less the center. Alright. You stay up here. We see everything is coming down there. It might have just not done anything. That's a Huey, right? Oh, Donnie, okay. Amito 2, please get back up there. Speed up, driver. We're in a hurry. Captain, welcome to aboard. Speed up, driver. We're in a hurry. At least Humvees have 10 HP. But it's a Tiger. Wasting its missiles on Humvees. Just bum rush down there. That's a piece Rhine. 2-piece Rhines. Oh my god, my AA! Those are Palchimega. You have a farm. These died. They're panicked, it's okay.
Someone need a guardian angel? Need a tank blown up? Anti-tank missile loaded.
Okay, it's evac. That's VDAA shooting at us. Let's see what a Sami can do. Because those Fallschirmjäger are busy shooting at infantry. Let's get like the force in there.
Guns ready, sir. At the ready, sir.
Let's get one of you in there, one of you in here, one of you in there. Some more riflemen. I needed 2 cards of those, Jesus. It's just too cheap, man. Too cheap. You're out there. Get something in our base too.
I need that tail rotor. Someone called for a cab?
Oh my god, you missed? Your Stinger C, you have 86. What? Jesus, come on, man.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Alright, let's get some Humvees.
Go ahead.
Oh yes, actually try to get you in there. Stay back there, you get in there. Get some basic Razzmann in here.
Completed, ready to go.
With you Humvees, let's flush out those BGS. Attack with you.
Where do you need us, sir?
Circle you there a bit to see if there's a helicopter. That's an IES, okay.
Waiting for your orders, sir.
Ah, you might die. Yeah, you did die.
Anti-tank missile loaded. Man versus team. This is David versus Goliath. All
Okay, Humvees are gonna make short work of those. What are those? Rima? Legion? They came in a VAB and they're elite. Maybe. The base Legion? That's an interesting choice. Which I mean, probably a bad choice, honestly. Put it those. The VAB or don't.
guns ready, sir. Need a ride?
Ah, shit. Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Well, let's try to find another game. It was very weird, but oh god. Alright, I'm gonna also actually briefly adjust my deck. Base light riflemen are way too good, or I'm spamming them, that's the word, way too much. So honestly, let's get rid of these. How many cards do I get? 2. I would have put in 3. And you know what? Actually, let's just get rid of the base rifleman and keep the 90s as well. Especially like on what I feel like, highway is the map. 90s might be nice, like one of those towns where you have much bigger line of sight, much further line of sight. Anyway, as ever, I shall see you in a second once we find a rank game. Alright, actually took me a bit to... It actually took me a bit to find a rank game, like of on and off queuing, unfortunately. You win some, you lose some. Alright. Oh no. Oh no. They're either intimidated by the rank or they recognize me. That's what I'd guess. Alright, well. Okay, they recognized me. Uh, um, I think I'm actually gonna go for this. So I want to napalm in here, I think, to essentially just get the town. And just fill it with light riflemen. I will side with the Hawk B3 because otherwise a helicopter can just ruin us. Because Stingers, both on the Avenger and on in the Humvee, they just don't have the range. Like they at best outrange them by one range step, which is 175 meters. At worst, they have the same range. I almost wanted to write, no offense, I'm sorry. I almost wanted to write time for a reality check, but that's just unnecessarily rude. And we're also gonna get some Humvee Totus in there. I don't think we need any Mark 19s here. But let's still get some. Maybe we can put them in like second line and then get some cheeky line of sight in there if need be. Get one on the left as well. Get something like a combat. Get some ONTOS in here. Let's actually mix some Razzmann 90s in here as well. Get another 2-stack base ones in there. Actually, no. Get another 2-stack of 90s in here as well. So 2 90s here, 2 90s there, and 3 base ones here. We have a Hawk. Let's also get a Humvee with Stingers. And for good measure, get another Mark 19. Alright, this could also just horribly backfire. But when can it not, huh?
Who do you want us to transfer? I'm all ears.
It's you and in there. How do we want the napalm? Let's drop it like in that kind of angle. And let's drop it like here. That's not a perfect angle. Oh, that's a C104.
Where do you need us, sir? Need customers for a taxi route.
Right, can't move.
Someone need a guardian angel?
I always, they never take this road, and I should pay more attention to that.
Go ahead.
Just get in there, please.
Order, sir. That's your order.
Playing against Denmark. Sorry, Landshut. Wait a bit.
Let the little tanks come to us.
Let's get more 90s. I think we need the range here. Also get another Humvee Totu.
Anti-tank.
I don't mind if they use up the toes on some 5-pointers and shit.
Good scout is one you don't see.
But this did not go well at all.
For a taxi route. Why does it always have to be me? That's your order.
And I also just forgot about those. Let's get you out of there a bit. That's an automatic. Or, well, the automatic. Harmony Totus. But this is where those ONTOS are obviously really great, right? 3HE at a crazy output. It's very, very good, of course. Problem is getting them into a position where they can actually, like, without issue, make use of that, right? That's the problem with the ONTOS. They like the range, they like the survivability, and they like the mobility, which also impacts their survivability, to get into those positions because they get so easily just wrecked by IFVs and the like. Let's go there. Lots of Ilsadakurbe means, though, dealing with even light riflemen isn't that big of a deal, or that difficult. Put the ones in the open, please. I think you're getting, yeah, you're getting, they even get shot by rifle fire. What are those then? Stingers or something? I'm not sure. I was gonna say I was here first, but maybe it means that now. Also, not gonna lie, all those 50 guards actually make quite oh god, there's consequences in there as well. Make some decent fire support. That's the leopard shooting at us. You could get some, use some recon there. Also get some base defense. There's the automatic.
I'm all ears.
More ONTOS!
Spotted something?
And more light riflemen.
Anti-tank missile loaded.
And those 50 guys are really paying off, actually. Let's see if we can get you in there. See, and yeah, the looks and... I guess the Scout Defender probably helped a substantial amount, if I had to guess.
Anti-tank missile loaded.
Like, damage them and panic them sufficiently. You're not done reloading yet? No, you're not.
At your service, sir.
Looks like the automatic retreated a bit. Those Milans seem to be out of ammo, which is good. There's the automatic. Kaboom. It's a good trade, I'd say. By the way, in case you didn't know, automatic has a crazy noise value on the gun. I don't know if there's any vehicle with a higher noise value or any weapon with a higher noise value, at least on the ground. There's like a noise value of like 7 something, so that even the unit with the worst optics will easily spot it at its max range, even if the automatic fires from within a forest. It's pretty funny. Get a Cobra for there.
Let the little tanks come to us.
Actually, let's get a fan. I didn't cancel this time. Those, you know, I'm somewhat of an ONTOS hater, but when that thing gets into position, damn, can it go off? It's so good. If it can get in those positions, and that's the difficult part, right? Now imagine if that was on a weird chassis, now that'd be crazy. When you're only 2 shots left, but you're making them count. Yeah, you definitely made them count. More M41s. Nice. Actually have some survivors for once.
Speed up, driver. We're in a hurry.
Put the Cobra in there, that's fine.
Go ahead, over.
Go in here. Block this off a bit.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Are those... I think they're still alive. Yeah, they are. And we're definitely gonna lose that.
Okay, what's the...
Or we don't have any... We have this though. It's unfortunately Stinger and... Stinger hit? Hawk? I'm gonna put you into the bush here. Let's get that CB.
I'm all ears.
Out of fuel.
What's up?
So the ONTOS didn't fire on its own because, as you can see, it put me on dealing damage to our own infantry. And the Dragona with bad rifles, they don't have good CQC DPS, so... Maybe I can spot those with the Stinger C here.
Okay.
I
what's
can't. By you.
Waiting new orders, sir.
Those are the 2A1s.
I'm all ears. Nothing to report.
Let's give some. Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Why are you not getting resupplied?
Where do you want to
There
be?
you are. I better get the fuck out of there.
On the road again.
Back to the fob already.
Go ahead. Over.
And get a bunch of few and some. And they're basically my basic riflemen.
Someone call for a cab?
You also have, well, actually, they have poor optics, not even bad optics. In case you didn't know, there's a difference between poor or bad.
What is it you want this
And
time?
bad is worse than poor. I don't know if that makes sense when it comes to the English language, but that's how it works in Wargame. It doesn't help that they're both, colored red,
Why does it always have to
so
be
that, unlike with medium and good or medium and poor, of course,
transportation?
you get the color indication. You don't do that here. Would probably have been easier to make it poor and very poor, because just like good and very good have, they're both green. It's obvious which one is better. But at the same time, that optic value is pretty rare. You don't see it very often. Mostly on, for example, I think that one of the most notable units is probably the T55A. I think the Type 59 does. Now I'm not sure, but I think the T55A also is poor. Sorry, very bad. Sorry, bad optics. And on those type of units, you actually notice it quite a bit. When you can't even like spot IFVs shooting at you from the forest, and that's basically like a pretty important anti-IFV unit theory. Get some. No, but
I'm all ears.
it is mainly what I'm using. But damn, those ontos do be shredding. Someone was recently suggesting as well, just onto spam.
Let the little tanks come to us. Meet customers for a taxi route.
If this was on like a two front arm or something, 15-point vehicle. On wheels as well. Doesn't even have to be on wheels, but just some survivability against even like basic autocannons that you survive a salvo or two would be really nice.
Man versus machine.
Just walk, don't even stand
Versus
still.
Goliath.
Just give me that. Yeah, exactly. Now watch. Oh, I mean, of course, those are four of them. You'd expect that, but it's still very satisfying. It was quite a loud explosion. At least it felt loud, but it was the German M103 only has one armor.
Go ahead. Over.
That's one guy. Oh my god, look at him melt.
Need a tank blown?
That's funny. Why that? Both of them. Why not?
Anything you want.
There's still the issue with those guys in there, but I can live with that
Anti-tank
for the time
pistol
being.
loaded.
Get another recon squad in here so we can better spot stuff in those bushes there.
All ears.
And get some riflemen for this town now.
Okay. What's the
Okay, those are some. Either Statokopo or Dragoner, or there's some Danish infantry in there. And this is not something you want to use at long range. Or at close range. The Humvee Mark 19. That's the thing with those grenade launchers on squishy.
Okay, what's the deal?
Oh my god. I think that's the dream of everyone who loves the ONTOS spam. Be able to just... We got it! We got it! See? Like, in theory, right? It's like, oh, you know, just spam heat, like dozens of heat rounds against the super revenge. You'll kill it. In theory, as we saw here, it can work. In practice,
I can hear the bullets whistling
it's
by.
pretty freaking rare, right? You saw how many shots they missed near the end there, because one of them died, the others got shaken and whatnot. That's the reality of it most of the time. But if your opponent, no offense if you're watching this, doesn't micro well enough and just keeps it in the range and doesn't reverse or something, or there's nothing else to help you out, then it can happen. Yes. It is pretty fucking funny though. Yeah, there's a bush. Let's put a Bradley in there.
Need a ride?
Because why not? More ONTOS.
Transportation Corps ready for your orders, sir. Missile in firing position, sir.
Fill this with some more light riflemen.
Scouts ready, sir.
Oh, the stones have only 1 HP as well. Do they carry Dragona?
I'm all ears.
You don't know. Probably got unloaded already. It must have been. Oh, I'm sorry, I just hit my microphone. Because if Snippy. They could have carried Ilstatic, but they would have died in one shot there. With 1 armor, any overkill AP essentially is equals the amount of damage that's gonna be dealt to the infantry. Oh, those are just mortars. No, stay in there. You do have only 2 HE, but you only... They are light infantry though, even if they are line. Let's not risk too much there. If you can walk up there, it'd be great. That's for sure.
Scouts ready, sir.
Fine, let's get a mortar.
I'm all ears.
Don't do that, please. Actually, kill the Flieger first, yeah.
Closing on him, sir.
Oh, that's a CV.
We're sweeping this area. Scouts ready, sir.
Actually, split you, huh? So if one of them is spotted, the opponent doesn't immediately get told, oh, there's 4 of them in one stack. Okay, maybe we can break line of sight with the building if you walk down here. At this point, might as well keep line of sight and hope that the toe connect. It does. What the fuck? 91% twice in a row.
Scouts ready, sir.
Yeah, see, that's a problem. Unlike autocannons, they just don't put don't do anything to like 5-pointer spam, right? It's a Leopard 1.
I'm all ears.
And see, now they take ages to aim because they're panicked, right?
Spotted up.
That's the issue.
Grab the binoculars.
Why they're can be so finicky.
Anti-tank team operational, sir.
Right there. Honestly, not the greatest position for Bradley here.
Post there. Set a new observation post there.
Better here. Oh, they're forced to move because of fire, so maybe we can actually finish aiming. Nope, no, they're out of line of sight. That's great.
AT loaded. Ready to fire. I'm all ears. Scouts ready, sir.
They're still not in there. Did they like start routing at some point and I didn't pay attention or didn't notice?
Be blind without us.
Let's get a Phantom. Oh, what's that? It's an F-16. Oh shit, it's cluster. The top armor. I survived, bitch. Oh, those are Fallschirmjäger 90. I guess could be base Fallschirmjäger too, but that's unlikely. Time for Panic Bushmaster to be amazing fire support. Get these, please. What is the automatic? Ah, let's not go for it. Skip the Humvee there, but move the Hawk back. Get another Bradley. Get some force for in here, maybe. Gotta be careful with the Bradley here, because if the Fallschirmjäger walk up here, they're immediately in range with the Panzerfaust. So let's move you back, get some Humvees. Stuck. We may leave you repairs. Oh, hello. That's an interesting piece of line of sight there. Excuse me. I mean, you can just actually kill that with our army, yeah. Nice with paying attention there, unironically. With how much, with currently all the focus being down here, could be easy to miss that your tank is getting shot at there.
Transportation Corps ready for your orders, sir.
I can lie, those mortars actually really efficient. Well, not efficient, but actually not useless. Okay, there we go. That's the cluster. Oh, okay, you still think it's in there. That's good. Position our Humvees down here so we can check if you know, they're out there in the open trying to walk up or anything. Notice that the automatic is spotted. Maybe we can get it that way. Still a leopard there. You know what? We haven't used any AGSs yet, so let's get some. That. Oh, that's a whoa fucking vibe check. That's just rude. Let's put some napalm on there.
You spotted something?
Oh, you're spotted. That's not good. Oh, maybe you just fired. That's why.
Go ahead, over. I'm making an attack.
Recon there. Should have used napalm down here probably. Oh well.
What is it you want this time?
Out in the open, the Razzmann actually do a decent job. Let's put you in here so we can shoot into that forest there. They're also on veterans, so they're pretty okay, all things considered. Oh, I might get spotted here. I won't because there's no no recon for my opponent. All right.
We're sweeping this area.
Here's the problem. Oh. I'd like to think so. Now look at this stuff.
This is David versus Goliath. All over. Are you talking to me? What are your orders, sir?
Oh no! Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Get on.
Oh boy. Here we don't go. Unload.
We're on the move.
Only one top armor, right? Yeah. Oof. At least we live, but that's a good cluster. Cluster right there. Repair you. If you can move up with you. F-104, okay. Let's get some AA around the field. Let's invest to an ASF. There's still the ECR, and I don't want to have to deal with that. Let's shoot. Oh, hello. Oh, let's go! They're probably still panicked, and the M41 had to turn around, and it only has 1 armor, so it actually takes full damage. Army Mark 19 go brrrr. Oh, look at it go! Ah, hell yeah! Not gonna lie, good game for some meme units. ONTOS, Hummy Mark 19. Oh boy, that's your brain on no fucking air detection. Look at how late I spotted that ECR. What? Yeah, the HS is a good kill, huh? Yeah, yeah. Now, if this was DGZ mech, the escorts would actually be quite an issue because my AA is pretty bad. But Landshot mech, they have the Fenix, which don't get me wrong, they're pretty darn good, but certainly not as big of a threat as something like escorts would be.
Anti-tank team operational, sir.
Oh, you're pretty far up. I actually meant you to be in there. Oh well.
You spotted something? Wants to get dangerous here. Scouts ready, sir.
Also, of course, no Kernasses or something that can really punish me.
Need a ride?
Those block 5s certainly did some work, but not nearly as bad as the Kernas could have, or any like big HE bomber. Given the fact that I'm motor focus tech, of course. It's burned is automatic. Are you on? Oh, you are on. Time for a vibe check. It's actually blocked those 2 A1s. Let's just put some napalm down there. Oh, that's a Roland. No, that's a Hawk. Oh, it's a Roland. I was about to say that range felt quite long for a Roland. That's why I thought it's a Hawk.
Meet customers for a taxi ride.
Oh, I lost my stinger in mid. I always want to take this road. It probably, it presumably is faster, but
Little tanks come to us.
you gotta pay attention to stuff like that.
Awaiting new orders, sir.
Where was... It was the CH-53G. I guess those Fudge-Mega were here at some point.
Man versus team. This is David versus Goliath. Sorry, sir. Flash.
It's hard for me to give proper advice sometimes, because I'm not sure if I'm a good teacher slash coach.
Awaiting new orders, sir.
So I'm a bit wary with trying to give advice.
Hostile! We'll do it our way.
But you know, sometimes I do notice. What I notice easiest is like when my opponent is paying attention.
Need a ride?
All right. Sure.
Missile in firing position, sir.
That's I'm not sure if that smoke is ideal. It's gonna, on the one hand, right, it's gonna block off his own fire support. On the other hand,
At your service.
my infantry is not very good in CQC, right? And those Panzer Garants will shred my light riflemen here.
Customers
when they're in town, right? Because I can't get any shots off before they get in there.
Guns ready, sir.
I can try to burn him.
Man versus David. This is David versus Goliath. All
They don't even have to be shocks. Even MG3 is usually good enough. Oh shit. Ah, block 5s. Oh, they both got hit once. And these fuckers are still in there. Right, time for a nuke.
the captain and his crew welcome you aboard. Who do you want us to transport?
Put it in the obvious position.
Sky is ours.
Come on. Stay alive long enough. Thank you, Stingers. You did your job.
Setting up a new AA position there. Anti-tank team operational, sir. Sky is ours.
Another leopard. I mean, in general, that's the right idea. Problem is, it always comes in small waves.
Target in sight. Adjusting aim.
Time to tank it head on, or try to at least. And it's my only way of surviving. If I had evac, I might have gotten in some side shots and killed me, but stupid 2 armor is just too strong. Look at those 5 punches. And then, of course, they're all panicked, and they're slow, and they're already light infantry, so they're even slower.
Anti-tank missile loaded.
Don't do a whole lot of damage to 1A5, but, you know, I have enough AP to double tap 2 armor. Look at this. That's an M41 shooting. I think in general, the issue with the assaults was they were too small. How many to? I did get the. And did I get? Oh yeah, well no, I remember that automatic kill. Yeah. It's a 2-1 kill though. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.